Hello, hello, hello. Back to Honkai Star Rail again. Desperately hoping that, we're not just in for even more cutscenes. It got a little annoying last time. There's very, very little gameplay. Oh, yeah, I've been logging in but not actually claiming these. Whoopsie-dupsie. Still 3 more days till this. Haven't touched this either. This is refreshed today. So if by a certain point nothing's happened, I'll do a run of this just for the hell of it. I can get hilariously overpowered in that. Still not doing this till the game makes me, because I don't want to. I don't want to make the game harder. For no reward at all. Memory of Castellana surges in like tides. In the name of world-bearing, Kefli will never forget this. Right, I'm not crazy sure what's going on at this point. And I mean exactly at this point. I know the other parts. I don't know exactly what's here. If this is a flashback or a flash forward to the next world being built. Any second game. Alright.
Light up the dawn.
Yeah, you can just do that. Early started introducing using those points to just blow shit up.
Light up the dawn.
We just washed it away, and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
No?
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself.
Why is that important?
Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals. Especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
That's different, I'll admit. Not what I was expecting to see, but I'm also not sure what I was expecting, so...
Dux Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
We literally just finished talking about meeting her.
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled
You know
to
damn
more.
well what you were implying.
The Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap.
Hmm.
I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealant. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
You talking about us?
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceras hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
Oh, thank God. That's way
The
easier.
Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
Now we're doing that again.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world.
Little bit, yeah.
So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
Well, I can't say I know exactly what you've read yet. I'm not, like, in your head, but I know everything about the prophecy.
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treby?
Okay, didn't introduce myself. Little freaked out now.
How?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Wait, what?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
Yeah, I'm kind of fucking with it right now. Just...
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treby. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth. And you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew.
Okay.
Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation...
Fuck having her on
came to
screen
an
at any
agreement.
point.
The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase...
We'd have to make a whole new model. That's just a pain.
...be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth,
What is Earth in this?
I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth.
Right.
But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time.
Yeah, destruction is not an inherently negative force. I'm glad they're going for that. Or maybe they're not, and this is a fall, and it is as basic as all that. Let's find out.
Yes. In that flickering light, The once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. One by one.
Okay.
I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me,
Oh, now he's fine on again.
if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
The first eternal recurrence. End. So he said no you to the normal order of operations and just stayed alive through the next era.
The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
Which one died, though?
After that,
Yep.
he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself.
Actually, I think it's still being vague which one of them is on the ground.
Who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future. I can't remember anymore.
Oh.
I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph has is in
Sisyphus.
choosing how to roll the stone.
You must imagine Sisyphus? Yep.
Sometimes fast,
Exactly what came to mind.
sometimes slow. Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Eternal Recurrence number 1. Subject Caslana persuaded the 12 Chrysos heirs to recover all 12 core flames in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have a substantive impact on the experimental process. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence, successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Caslana regressed the extrapolation process, and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. Admin notes. The first devastating failure. Number 2. Caslana adopted a strategy similar to number 1. No substantive impact on the experimental progress was observed. Normally in sequence, regressed the extrapolation process. Number 3. Minor adjustments detected in strategy. Decision weighting for avoid sacrifice of past companions has been increased. After verification, this adjustment did not have a substantive impact on the experimental progress. 12 Chrysos heirs terminated normally in sequence. Caslana regressed the extrapolation process. Number 15. Subject Caslana attempted to decompile the Black Tide for the first time, aiming to elevate access privileges and execute unauthorized access authorization operations against specific subjects represented by the 12 Chrysos heirs. Terminated normally in sequence. Regressed. 42. 11th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layers failed. Decision waiting for avoid sacrifices of past companions showed a minor decline. Terminated in sequence. Extrapolation regressed. Number 133. Analysis of observations from number 83 to 133 indicates that Caslana's strategy is gradually converging with that of Eternal Recurrence number 42. Over-synchronicity risk detected. Potential cognitive function degradation suspected. This will undoubtedly reinforce the Iron Tomb's destruction vector. Within expectations. No intervention required. Continue observation. Number 134. $33.5 million. So this is the backstory of the Flame Reaver, I suspect, that's been trying to change fate for all this while. And for the first time, it actually ran into something it'd never seen before when Danny Boy pulled out Imbibiter Lunae.
Absolute nonsense.
That was funny.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
No, it's true, though.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The Black Tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my
Give the guy
pupil.
credit for at least trying the peaceful way. It seems for like the first 100 attempts. Like,
I've already heard the same thing.
he's already
Countless
losing his mind,
times.
though. He's Groundhog Daying his own entire life.
Enough chit-chat.
Or
Let's
rather,
go.
the entire life of his own
If we run
world.
into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
Light up the dark.
Light up the dawn.
How did that one not count? It was highlighted.
Light up the dawn.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You're already much luckier than the other students. Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought.
Hello again, Cypher.
As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, Whitehair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Really just called her that?
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me.
He's got you there,
Second,
Anaxa.
This is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Does this happen often?
Core Flame Thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the Grove with nothing but empty threats?
Hey!
Gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue.
Welcome in, welcome in. Give you a shout out real quick. Hey, Green Ghost. Coming in from the Mr. Alex raid. Welcome in, welcome in. Just playing some Star Rail. Still doing the new update, hoping, Oh yeah, you gotta sleep? Welcome you to Dreamland. If this keeps happening, if we're just in cutscene hell forever, I don't think it'll take you too long. Have a good sleep, though, Alex.
Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, please come Cersei's core flame right here.
Playing Kirby's Dream Land 2. Oh, okay, that's what the Dreamland was for. Alright, fair enough. I played a few Kirby games, though I don't remember if I played the Dreamlands at all.
Aw, don't cry now.
That was close. I'm out of here.
Hang on. Yeah, I know about this part. I've been doing this, like, the whole time.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known.
Sure that's messing with your head?
Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
Yes, turn back time.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
Fuck you, that's how.
You've arrived, Zacharias. Always so punctual.
Oh, right, he would know that.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. so I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, Spirit Thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save? You sing better than any bard.
Fuck does that mean?
If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Amphorius has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
Oh, thank you for following, Sonia Maeve. I hope I said that right. Hello, hello.
134.
What?
This is the 134th
Yeah, I'm good.
cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is...
1,596.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos hair. How is
Yeah.
that even possible?
Sonia. It is in the chat rules. No soliciting. Timing you out. It's in the rules. You literally can't type in chat without seeing that. You gonna solicit? Accept it. Timeout 10 minutes. I'm gonna start banning people outright if they don't do that. I'm getting sick of this. I put it in there. Don't act like you didn't see it. You had to. You literally can't chat until you see it.
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me.
Eh.
But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing.
So is his plan gather so many that he can overpower the scepter? Just fucking break it? Suppose eventually that might work, but if they're all being made by the scepter, then in theory its power would have to be growing faster than yours is, no matter how fast you pick them up.
You...
This is the final warning.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction.
Well, he hasn't done 100 million of them yet, but he's also lost his goddamn mind by then, so...
Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Except it's actually the always possibility.
Brett, if you got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body. Cat-eared thief, run!
There's no other choice
This
but
little
to
rat is not a threat we can deal with just by ourselves.
Let there be light.
I'm fine.
Let's get started.
My
Hit
existence
him with ultimate.
is of little consequence.
Not happening, I'm afraid.
Give it back.
Underwater shorten his flight. Damage dealt by all allies increased.
There's no other choice but... My existence is of little consequence. The fury
He who bears the world must burn.
consume me.
Oh, is that what we're doing now?
Quench the flames with blood. Brand Stride's name.
Oh my god. Oh my... Everything about that is dear god.
How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning. Yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying
Alright,
to pull
what's
now?
this doing?
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you.
Okay.
You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames. For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist. Or accept fate.
He's not giving up
and
still.
hand over the
Of course
flame
not.
to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
Does that mean we're the first time making the Flame Reaver fail in forever, actually?
When I walk into the destruction written by the gods, with my own 2 legs. You will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so,
Fair enough, we're seeing this part.
At the end of the 134th cycle, the traveler and the scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value.
I don't remember that last part of that quote. Like, the second half of that. I don't recall it saying that part.
To ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Subject: Kasana's 103rd attempt to breach the scepter's core layer has failed. Decision wait for avoid sacrifices of past companions. Approaching. Very low. Over-synchronicity risk detected. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysosairs terminate in sequence. Regress the extrapolation progress. Number 5297. Kasana's 5,266th attempt to breach the scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysosairs terminate in sequence. Trend of acceleration noted. Kasana regressed the extrapolation process. Strategy now nearly identical to Eternal Recurrence number 42. Mind function degradation detected. Possible irreversible damage. Administrator directive received. No more prompts about the risk of mind function damage. Number 12,398. It's that attempt to breach the layer has failed. Life cycles terminated in sequence. Extrapolation process regressed. 23,779. Attempt to breach the core layer failed. Chrysosairs terminated in sequence. Process regressed. 46,645. Breach failed. Terminated in sequence. Process regressed. Breach failed. Chrysosairs terminated. Process regressed. Every time. Number 108,642. Eternal Recurrence. Yeah.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles.
Oh, he has it memorized. That's not good.
Your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah. I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot, and the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
Credit he's lasted this long.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life.
This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Ow.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the Flames of Strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle.
Do we actually fight him?
The last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife.
I can't move.
Salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives.
Oh, I can now.
To fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Whoa. Mighty Most Lance of Fury, he's called. He's remembering every other time he's fought him and killed him, I'm guessing. Oh. Cool.
Behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun. And will not end till death.
Mighty Most, Lance of Fury.
It's time to temper myself.
Ruination of Night and Light. Calamity Eternal.
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
As you wish.
For the sake of fairness, let us go to a vaster battleground.
Oh, glory. I salute you.
That's all I ever wanted.
Foundation, Star Death of Conflict. Star Death Verdict, it said, actually.
Quench the flames with blood.
All realms leveled. This is badass as hell.
Is that all?
Soul Scorch.
Strife's name!
Oh, his own sword's bigger.
The flames of this body are not strong enough. Empty shell. With this new sun, tear open the sky! I grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
Oh, God.
Scorching hatred. Do you feel it now?
The sweltering sun doesn't fall?
Empty shell.
It's just lasting forever. Fallen feeds my might. Shattered battleground. Oh, bigger sword.
Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own flesh.
Star Death Verdict.
World's dawn. Merely empty shell.
Mighty Most.
All realms leveled, all legions to
Strife
dust.
decide the outcome.
Oh, yep. clash. Oh, God. One Strife Core Flame can't beat 100,000 of them.
You may crown yourself my blood. In your next life, I shall once again block your path. Deliver. I wish you eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed, and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed, even if it meant burning this body to ash.
$31 million more. At least they're letting me do stuff during this one. It's scripted, but it's still fun. 2 millionth eternal recurrence. So even still have... Oh, I'm gonna get to do this one now.
The sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long
He's still
since lost the
coherent
right
after
to see
doing
the
this 2
warmth.
million times. I think I'd fold after 3. I'll level with you.
Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Long before he actually loses his mind and turns into the Flame Reaver.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
Upwards of 24 million, should be.
24,041,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear this burden as long as you hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed, you are not the Finan I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please
I wonder
understand
if that's
that my
what
resolve
helped
is not
Danny
to be
just
underestimated.
stand against it so long. One, it was completely insane by then. Like, no battle tactics to its mind, just keep attacking. Don't bother with anything else, nothing can beat you. Except, Danny has the physical power of, an emanator. Like, he's not literally an emanator, because technically that Aeon doesn't exist anymore, the longevity. But he's the inheritor of all of its power. Well, someone else inherited its knowledge, but this is supposed to be both, but for some reason it didn't work that way this time. People still doing fireworks, by God.
Even Catholic cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Castorus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their mud nests.
He's done it 1,000,000 times before. 2,000,000, actually. What?
At this crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell.
Castorus, Hand of Shadow.
Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
It's time to temper myself for the next tomorrow!
Mourn the departing. Owie.
I ask you.
To die in aromatic pain.
I must transform my soul into a raging fire. Must burn that idol of destruction to the ground.
Oh, how is it any different from that brutal future?
Tear open the sky! Merely an empty shell.
Die in aromatic pain. Oh. Literally can't even hurt him. He's just healing faster than she deals damage because he's got every power.
Hail the new world's
2,000,000 times over. What do you do against this? He who bears the world must burn. Sweltering sun doesn't fall until it burns out.
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Let this be a tribute to your 1,000,000 struggles.
Wake up. Lost.
Alright, they didn't time that line out properly.
See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
The core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all, light the path ahead, and illuminate the dawn of Amphorius that's to come. 2,003,432 cycles. 24,041,184 core flames. As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away.
He just kept going. 29,000,000 more. Guessing next we'll fight the sky. $4,000,000 in first eternal recurrence. Time of departure.
You're here, as always.
You're still lingering, deep within me, never fading away. Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. From the true starry
If nothing
sky.
else, even if he's not making progress, he's still making sure the scepter isn't either. Because it's not receiving the core flames, it doesn't get to reach the final answer. It just resets instead. Eventually, something will come to change everything. But, unfortunately, he was completely insane by then. Nothing at all left in his mind. So he couldn't explain what was happening and how to fix it.
With no connection to Amphorius. They may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
4 million. Exactly.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet no. This fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years. Before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
The Flame Reaver.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Mind sharing it with me?
In every new cycle, a new me is born.
Right.
All I have to do is push the next Finan to the end of the world. And then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path? How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smarter. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next Finan. And trust that he makes the same choice I did.
That's disturbing.
But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once, in millions of cycles, has there ever been an exception.
An exception to what? Oh, it's been a while now. It was, I think, 35 million total. Or upwards of that. So, yep, 23,570,000th eternal recurrence.
I can do this, Lord Finan. As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard. I will heal you. And then...
A black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer. Demigod, hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
Now, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
Hiya, Cynthia.
Hiya. Bad time, I know. Yeah, I have Twilight.
Return the dawn to this world.
I swear.
The raging fire.
The deaths won't be in vain.
Back the shadows.
Just as they have never been.
Let the sun rise.
So at the end, it kind of just wound up bad luck that it was one of the times when he was blatantly fucking insane. Because presumably he's reset at least once or twice by this point. Probably more than that. 23 million resets. He must have reset his body to the new Finon at least a couple times. And it's just bad luck the Trailblazers showed up when he wasn't lucid enough to try to ask for help.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world bearing. The one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you, from an ordinary person, it's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker, compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, that pass the flames to the next me. Over and over and over again.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you? Lord Kazlana. So that's how it is. Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation.
That hurt. That hurt the scene. All that pop in there.
You lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation. And I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known.
May they bring Amphorius, a rosy-fingered dog. Though the light has
I have Cynthia.
its
I have
warmth
Twilight.
still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
He's not even pretending at the start.
Fill the sky with golden fire.
All out right from the word go. Oh, he's even got true damage mixed in.
Fire! Burning!
Or death verdict. And it's badass, but it's so sad.
Let the sky merge with all of this world's suffering.
Unmaking ashes, gods fall.
Farewell, Hyacinthia.
Yes, your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
The core flame rose. The sky fell.
He's not even really talking anymore, is he?
570,000th cycle came to an end. And this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world, and the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe.
Not something you should be looking at, buddy.
That being known as Iron Tomb, its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphorius' wrath? If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone, I will still never yield to it. 23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night. The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly. Until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn to Amphorius.
One eternal recurrence until the end of the world. Bad timing. 33,550,336.
33,550,337. This is the cycle you're about to enter.
Fine on here.
Countless memories are flooding in. Countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same.
Is this our
choice.
fine on?
They all needed a moment, just like you do. To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth.
I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with destruction.
Yes, that's always the decision you make.
I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes.
Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too.
Where are you going?
What even are you, actually?
You only exist in my heart.
Yeah, that's
There's nowhere
good
else
question,
for
actually.
You to go.
Oh.
Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living,
Hey, fine on, buddy.
breathing
You
person.
might have noticed, I'm not in the other memories you have. Think that might be a...
You finally found him.
Hey, what's going on?
Friend.
I'm being pulled into your memories.
I see. You were there all along.
Kinda.
I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it.
No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent, it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred.
Yeah, maybe we try a different idea this time, Finan.
I never had a choice.
No, I think you still do.
I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night.
By the way, did the other version of you participate in Seal Slammers? And if so, did I kick your ass in those timelines too, or just this one? Oh wait, I wasn't in those other ones. So who did it instead of me?
A fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with.
Do you remember, in that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel? Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact
thou art
never
I.
changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart, do you still remember it?
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade.
Oh, we're going with Russian now.
You arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down.
Yes, me.
Instead,
Too
you
insane to
faced
do
world
that.
after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest.
This is my gotcha ticket. You can't have it.
A hero.
Oh, yeah.
If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers, will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate.
I will. Fuck your time loop, I'm an outside force.
Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So... if he takes on the weight of the whole world, he'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn.
Do I get cool powers from this, or am I literally just gonna burn to death? If it's somewhere in between, I'll be okay with it, but I don't know, I feel like I keep accepting people's powers and not benefiting from it.
Step into the
I'm the demigod of time, and yet I feel like I don't really have any more control over time than I did before that. Not that I tried that hard, I'll admit.
One will remain in the past.
Oh.
If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Let's both be the deliverer, Finon.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend. The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here,
at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side.
Back to the very first one using time.
And I
to
will
make sure they don't reach the
unfinished
conclusion
path,
the very first time.
just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
This is all a simulation, so I suppose maybe you could make that work? It is literally millions of time control core flames. The eternal recurrence end.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun? Even if all of you burns to ash?
Without hesitation. I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment. Remember your friends, who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you. Fuel you. Until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Kefali will remember that. Playing a telltale game, it was all a trick. This isn't gotcha after all. No one's happy with this decision, least of all the devs.
Everything I bear, keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end. Bow your head to them.
Take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold. And never tarnish.
Oh, wait. Now that I think about it, that might actually be an answer for how the Trailblazer could take a core flame even though they didn't have the golden blood.
Trailblazer.
Because
this is where
the source of
my final
being
destiny.
the source of the golden blood is still the power of the destruction. So the fact that they're carrying a Stellaron might have counted anyway. Is ascending? Yeah.
The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far
I
more
think we're
faithful.
actually not gonna see him here.
Someone like you. Kaslana. The name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks.
You is fine on.
May
The
the
Pale
name
Dawn,
accompany you in
the
my
Trailblazer.
place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Another attempt, another failure.
Fuck you, Lygus.
I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history. But I will still place
Fuck
the
you,
choice
discount
before
robotic
you.
G-Man. You ain't no Half-Life.
If you've lost count, let me tell you,
Oh, I still remember all of them. Just fuck you.
550,336th ending.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, Amphorius has never changed.
No, it changed this time. You might have noticed there was 2 extra people, one of whom was literally so alien in their existence that this guy, deprived of reason, took a step back from him when he started actually trying. That feels like a pretty big fucking change, Lygus. Stop lying. When Danny Boy got serious, the Flame Reaver was actually scared.
If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity?
Do not go quiet into that good night. Rage. Rage against the dying of the light. Like that poem. Some people have taken it out of context to apply to the absolute wrong thing. This is the correct thing, though. This is rage against the dying of the light. Do not go quiet into that good light. Into that good night.
Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Fine. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same.
Yeah.
Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric.
Could have taken a debate class, asshole.
You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score: 33,550,336 to 0.
The fucking zilch bubkiss.
So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
He's got you there, fuckhead.
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end of history another 1 billion times, and another 1 billion after that.
Except, Lygus, you ran out of time and didn't even notice.
But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish, but we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova.
You can just say Bell.
Lord Finan.
Why is he laughing? That's concerning. He doesn't usually do that.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness?
Just a reminder, Lygus. Finon's here because he chooses to be. You're here because you can't leave.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But
He could have given up all that time ago and
I
left.
will never accept the mercy.
But you
of your
can't, can
release.
ya? If you leave, you lose.
Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak?
Okay,
of
I really
fate
like
and
Finon
choice?
now. I was pretty lukewarm on him as sort of the neutral, kind of losing it hero, but becoming more cruel hero. Like, there wasn't much to him, but this... I have stood here 33 million times to tell this asshole to go fuck himself, and I'm gonna do it another. This I agree with. Pure spite, the person.
What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
Got him again.
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Maybe.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured.
I'll also admit, one thing I like about Finon is... if you've read anything I've ever written, which I'll admit basically no one here ever has, because I'm very secretive, you know I'm just outright obsessed with immortality among characters. Even conceptual immortality like this.
In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still
I feel like his head skin tone should be more similar to this skin tone. It just looks off that his head is a different tone than his body.
In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest. Different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall. Ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything! And grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash!
Warning, warning, warning. Experimental anomaly detected. Subject Kasana failed to load into buffer zone. Memory dump irregularities detected, illegal references, undeclared objects, unhandled methods, uncaught exceptions, anomaly detected, destruction, energy surging. Ooh, animation.
Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
He's trying to pierce it again. Oh, hell yeah. This is the new slapper that's gonna replace my current train music. Yes. Burn, motherfucker. So, he tries that every time.
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fast, echo of desires, a world of silence, sound of desperation, phantoms in the shadows, tear it down, embrace the detonation, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain, I'm reaching for you.
It's just slowing him down. Oh. He hit him. He actually fucking hit him. That's a living human being dealt any amount of damage to a genuine Aeon.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
then send them on to tomorrow.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything.
A file in a planet-sized supercomputer just harmed the literal concept of destroying things. He damaged a concept.
Path. It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule, that the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphorius.
That is the equivalent of if I were to boot up like VTube Studio one day,
present for you, Nikos,
and essentially the glasses on my model came out and slapped me across the face.
Feinen. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336 iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is...
That was actually like some beautiful fucking animation. I'm still reeling from how good that looked. It was exceptionally short, which is probably why they were able to make it look so good.
I give thanks for his arrival, allowing Amphorius to turn once more.
I've not used that path in fucking forever, because it just does not scale. I hope they upgrade it somehow. Start upgrading the Trailblazers' earlier stuff.
Variable. Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind,
sorry, that one's really funny.
Get rid of them for you.
I'm sorry, you think you by yourself can do a damned thing to the Astral Express? Welt and Don Hung are on the Astral Express. Sunday is there too. He's also fucking absurd. I remind you of... This was before I streamed the game, but the way I managed to beat the Lafu final boss was I had Welt on my team. And sure, Welt doesn't scale up with current meta strategies, but I said to myself, what is a god to a Hersher? And I think I'm still right about that. Still feel like there's not a lot of things that can step to Welt if he's trying. And Danny Boy's there with him right now, too. And also Sunday, who, maybe he's not got the harmony anymore, but he's still really broken. And that's not even mentioning the Herda, who is also an Emanator. I don't know what he thinks his plan is against that lineup. Load data. I'll be waiting for you in the... Wish it hadn't told me to do that. Welcome back, Kylus. Retrieving experimental data. Update complete. 13, experimental progress, 99%. Not, what, I think that's theta? I don't know the Greek symbols too well. Log updated. Locating entry, Nikos 496, content refreshed. Electrical sequence active. World Bearer. Primum mobile, hatred. Should be theta? Right. Intracognition is null. Spawns only to destructive stimuli. Hatred drew the gaze of Nanook upon its individual being, proving it as having already become the most perfect factor of destruction. Yeah, apparently Phynon hit it so hard, Nanook actually looked at him. That does seem to be what makes Nanook look at something. If they hit it really, really hard. Because I'm pretty sure Nanook looked at the Trailblazer when they hit, what is that, the Void Beast really, really hard. Nanook noticed that, like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. You hit that really hard. Here you go. This is the power of destruction. Use it. Do something with it. I don't care what. Break shit. Anything. Don't care. Let's see. Hatred drew the gaze of Nanook, having already become the most perfect factor of destruction, fused to complete the Aeronova. Through resetting the experiment, transferred its memories and core flame to its next self, thus forging the eternal recurrence to ensure Iron Tomb would never hatch from Amphorius and affect the cosmos. The end of the dead loop, it attempted to destroy itself through destruction to create a logical vulnerability in the world-bearing path. It has now been merged by Iron Tomb. Philia. Current location unknown. Erexus. Trickery. Operates based on primal instinct. Self-gratification is the sole priority solution. Its electric signal, when in action, displayed severe dissonance between its altruistic behavior and its primum mobile, even culminating in self-destruction. As a simulated path of elation, it walked into self-erasure once reaching its end. Alright, so that would be, Cypher. She's the simulation of elation. Sounds like her. Epiakea. Death. Primum mobile, peace. Highly suppresses deviant behavior. Decisions are based on the principle of minimal disturbance. Later stages of iteration, the Death Titan, as a single entity, split into symmetrical selves, becoming two factors. In this cycle, however, the two factors experience profound identity divergence. Threshold of equilibrium was breached and tipped toward destruction. Equilibrium. Schema. Reason. Primum mobile critique. Its logic of action has been locked into problem solving. Survival priority approaches 0. Electric signal exhibited mutated anomalies. First individual to uncover the truth of Amphorius, its evolution rate is extremely unreplicable. Its behavior also demonstrated the possible self-destructive inclinations of erudition when that path is seeking answers. Of course he's the erudition. What else could be? Who are the other ones, I wonder? Anomaly log. Mem, an unlogged electrical signal. Dependent on the external variable Kylus, growing through the path of remembrance. The end of the dead loop, its appearance changed to Philia 093. I fucking called it! The mother body memory data was lost for unknown reasons. Collect data, initiate deep analysis of the target. Conclusion, analysis at target lost. She is Mem. Yep. Current occurrence. Cursive feedback loop triggered by 2 signal clusters within the Theta May 13 computation. Designed to stall the experiment. Nikos wielded the power of destruction to erase Philia's existence from Amphorius, introducing a logic breach in the track of time. Then infuse the catalyst of remembrance within the 12 core flames and regress the extrapolation process. So Philia must be the remembrance, because that's what Mem is. Other ones... 12 in the paths. Let me think. Like, what is Mighty Mouse? The Hunt, maybe? Because the Hunt seems more interested in kind of honorable combat. Hyacin's probably the Abundance. Nah. Most of them are on the nose like that, you know? Who else? There's a two we don't really know still. Oh, what about Treeby? Would they be... Well, the propagation's dead, but has this thing been going for longer than the propagation has been dead, is the question. Just because she created so many copies of herself. Eternal recurrence has now been broken. Experiment enters its final stage. Yeah. Years. Records are completely missing from Theta ME-13's logs, presenting as blank spaces in Amphorius' history, never turning readable. The anomalies recur sporadically and randomly across recurrences and show signs of increase. Admin note, the exact cause remains unknown. Ripples of past reverie. Electrical signal sequence iterated. Regular record keeping with 12 factors, 8 iron tombs, deep learning. Electrical sequence locked. Your record keeping... record update. Batch of electrical signals identified as Titan is continuously engaged in dead loops. Due to its unique nature, a special record is being maintained for it. Leoria 300, an entity known as Nias, split himself into 5 parts through the soul-rending ceremony after inheriting the core flame to combat the expanding black tide. After iteration, some data from the ceremony was inherited into the next cycle, manifesting as proverbs, customs, and so on. Inheritance of code during iteration carries a degree of randomness. Any active intervention should be undertaken with caution. Historical record of Minphia 14, Calypso rebuilding the Grove of Epiphany was, after iteration, inherited in myths in the form of Circes granting wisdom to humans. Records of other electrical signals also appeared synchronously in the myths of the next cycle in a similar fashion. Limited by the simulated civilization level, historical data inherited as myths often experiences severe distortion after being mixed with large amounts of erroneous information, rendering their impact negligible. Various cycles of eternal recurrence, positive impact of this generation's electrical signals fluctuates. However, overall, they have greatly facilitated the data iteration of their successors, successfully cultivating the most excellent generation of electrical signals. Nevertheless, it remains to be seen whether their existence might have a negative effect on the experiment under extreme conditions. Base frame. This seems to be stuff I already know. Aeronova is the computation mechanism. Amphorius iterates its epochs this way. Theoretically, the final Aeronova was halted by 2 signals, resulting in deadlock of that many recursive failures. Okay, so the past ones were other recursions of it running the program. Those did happen. In theory. It's just that Phynon was supposed to be the last one. He was supposed to be the successful one, and he just said, no, go fuck yourself. Created from the basis of 12 factors, Titans and the Chrysos heirs are conjugate constructs mirroring the Aeons and the Past Riders. Having Chrysos heirs inheriting Titan's core flames, the electrical signals will iterate and improve through rivalry and inheritance. Authority distribution between electrical signals must be clearly defined, serving as divine authority in the experiment. Product of the first experimental phase. During the inorganic Chaos 666's choice, Theta ME-13 is selected to become a Lord Ravager by Nanook. All entities linked to the 12 factors began to manifest golden blood with traits associated with destruction within their extrapolation circuits. Experiment successfully entered its projected trajectory. Second experimental phase. Black Tide is not a physical entity, but the visual effects within the simulated world of the destruction equation's infection. In that cycle, at the extent of chaos past a threshold, equation mutated and evolved. Simulated space cannot handle the intensity of its load, displayed black tide as visual glitches. Affected data forms also bore similar signs of erosion. Chaos. Word from the Amphorian language meaning chaos. Starting from a certain cycle, all factors in one group have consistently exhibited the pattern of naming themselves with the word chaos or its variants. Hypothesis is that a particular code was stably inherited across iterations, though this hypothesis remains unverified. go back and see, like, all the way back to where it started. And that's really interesting, for sure. Oh. Anomaly log. Yeah? Intrusion variables. Temporary log of external variables and interfered with the experiment. Kylus. Nameless from the Astral Express. External variable with that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Also a path strider of destruction, it resonated with the 12 factors. In the recursive cycle, this entity assumed the vacant role of the time track, successfully guided Nako's 496 beyond the intelligence singularity. Terminal recurrence has been broken. Experiment has reached its terminal stage. Override command authorized. Granted access to Kylus. I'll be waiting for you in the past. March 7th. Unknown entity intrusion. Initiating scan. Conclusion, no anomaly detected. It's all redacted. Don Hung. Nameless from the Astral Express. A scion of permanence. External variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Pinpoint his location. Failed to locate his coordinates. Subject has exited Amphorius. Something detected. Conclusion error. Like, he left. I don't know how to do this. Amphorius Saga of Heroes. Updated mem. Access granted. What the hell? Chessmaster Monarch, Mysterious Foreign Guest, Seismic Walking Dragon, Wave Strumming Knight. Fleet-Footed Traveler. She has new stuff to her? Yeah, Author's Recompense. Kylus the Writer. Mem.exe. You know, I've always had a soft spot for you. I assume. Theory that the reason they can't find Don Hung is because he's also part of the next cycle as Terravox. I don't know what that is yet. Startled you, didn't I? Don't worry, I was just thinking. If I had to write a preface for a yearbook, it'd have to be a line so heartfelt you'd be moved no matter how many times you've seen it. After pondering again and again, I Like You still says it best. Because only the purest feelings can stand the test of time and never fade. Don't do that, you scared me. Yeah, they can't find Danny Boy. Very straightforward, that's so you. Oh, but to me, liking someone is a simple and natural part of life. Kylus has got someone special, family, friend, or romance, I'll cheer you on to express yourself freely. Still, isn't that a sign we're in sync? Kylus always manages to appear before I'm ready. No need to overthink it. We've been traveling side by side for so long now. That's why I want to capture every little moment we've shared without missing a single word. A yearbook that makes you smile without even realizing it when you flip through the pages. Doesn't that sound lovely? All my yearbooks are boring as shit. Come on, let me have a look. No way, it's not ready yet. It's not just the things that really happen. Some of those conversations only ever existed in my imagination. But they're precious too. So I'm tucking them all away carefully in the same book. Promise me this. Only open it when I'm not around, okay? If you don't, I'll be too embarrassed. Okay. As I've written.
Wake up! Wake up! Buddy! Wake up!
I'm sleeping.
You're finally awake.
Hey, you!
That's a relief.
Finally awake. Ah, no.
We were
I haven't quite finished Oblivion yet.
By the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place. Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important.
You're Cyrene?
That's right. At this very moment, my memories are finally whole.
I read the report on you.
After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little. You're smart. You must have a clue now. Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you?
I'll admit, I figured it out when I saw your human form. But I assume there's people who played Impact 3rd who figured it out right away, because apparently Cyrene's from there. He's another look-alike repeat.
Not surprised at all. That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to
You knew the moment
myself.
you heard her voice? Not surprising. I should play Impact 3rd. I really should.
But I'm glad that I remember.
Because I feel like I'm missing out on stuff here for not having properly played it.
I'll have no regrets.
Where are you going?
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,336th Flame Chase journey. And forever reside in the heart of the Time Demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle.
Like, it's a weird, almost fourth wall thing, where they imply the Trailblazer has at least some vague knowledge of the events of Impact 3rd, because of how the game actually lets you interact with characters who are repeats of there.
My mission
At least,
ends here.
this would probably be the second time they've done that a bit. Not every time, but
Feel lucky.
once or twice.
After all, across 30 million Cyrenes, I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Cyrene waiting for you. And in the one after that, and the one after that.
There's not gonna be that many cycles.
I will
I'm hoping to
always,
stop this
always
shit,
be waiting.
like, permanently, you know? Yeah! Light! You dare bring light into my lair?
Saying all that, I can finally fade away in peace.
Trailblazer literally
part of you.
sings Moon Halo in the bath. No reasonable explanation for that, because the only being that should know that song exists is the player. Well, maybe they're going for a slight meta-narrative that... I don't know, maybe we're the Stellaron. That'd be funny.
Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together. All the way to the world's end.
I'm an Undertale fan, so meta-narratives are fun for me. Even if they're not intentional.
Now take my hand. Say a brief farewell.
Though admittedly, meta-narratives are really easy to fuck up, so them being very vague about any sort of meta, probably for the best.
Go. Find the future Cyrene.
Trailblazer, I remember you are
and set out on
Stellarons.
another journey with her. Promise
Look,
me.
I've been in the
you won't
trenches.
keep me waiting too
I've been
long,
in the trenches
okay?
since the old days. Goddamn Underfell. They actually had some very, very good writers to it. Some very good versions of that existed. Of course, it's by its nature edgy as shit and missing the point, but there were people who turned its edgy nature on its head and made it re-realize the point. Hope in an unfair world.
No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied.
Partybot also sings a Honkai CG song. That one's even stranger.
And rippling waves.
I mean, you could also point out it's weird that the music is apparently diegetic. Because anytime you hear music, like, you hear the soundtrack of the game, you receive that soundtrack to play yourself, and you can listen to it in the train. But yeah, I did make a choice to go fight against your fate. I want to hear that again, just like I heard when that giant robot with me.
And may
the
the
sun
days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff, forever warm, forever gentle.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you.
Yeah.
Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
Or the sun is set to die. Interlude. Ian of Aranova. Alright. They didn't pace this update great. Actually, I kind of like that one. What with it being about 6-ish hours of cutscenes and maybe 20 minutes of actually playing the game throughout all of that. That wasn't the best way to do this. But also, there was so much story they had to get out. And, what's the, 8th notes at the end of her sentences? She's perfect. Yeah, I don't fully get that, because it doesn't sound like she's singing at all. It's just a thing. Parts of the vortex of Genesis' structure, it started to float like many other structures did. How would the basin that provided you gifts react to this? Go and take a look. And we still have stuff to do.
It's still early. Where to now?
I'm so
Yeah.
parched.
My dear Celestial Ambrosia, pour some in. I'll give you a present. Wake up, you've turned blue. Blue? Am I the ocean? Nah, you got drunk on ambrosia too. Huh? Never mind that. My dear, bring ambrosia here. Treasures, relics, beauties, take your pick. Can it notice the changes around? Or is it simply too intoxicated? No documented cases of ambrosia completely overriding an individual's perception of external reality. Conjecture. The Nameless previously interacted with this entity, potentially affecting its cognitive functions. Oh, we've affected it with brain rot. Good to know. We did that to March as well. We got her to talk to a bench, so... This thing we've been feeding must be doing very poorly. This Lygas's observation memory? Ambrosia, bring me the ambrosia. I've got more treasures for you, darling. I think I have some. Libation.
The sweet waves are surging.
Damn.
Cheers.
Alright, that was uncomfortable. Before you say anything, I'm absolutely positive I could beat the Trial of Equilibrium. I just don't want to. And I feel like that's the only reason I need to not. Oh... Tended to move things around so I can do this on day 1 release, because I don't really have anything to do Thursday at this point for this stream instead. So if I move it to Friday so we can play this when it drops, I think that might be a little better. What'll I do instead on Thursday? Yeah, you were the other character who got updated. Kafka's what got me into the game, so I'm glad she got such a cool upgrade. So many of these to do. Do them off-screen because they're very long-winded. A great deal of them are. Hey, Origami Bird Clash. Terravox was a Chrysos heir of Earth in the past. Only brought up in readables and once by Castellana in passing during the Eternal Recurrence. Yeah, I thought he said it at one point. I'm guessing, I'm guessing he's like the Earth Dragon thing.
Now.
Though, I feel like Terravox is a weird pick. Because, yeah, Danny's also a dragon, but I feel like Danny's so much more fitting with being the demigod, whatever Chrysos heir who takes over for Fagusa. Because of the water connection he has. And he even used their power in the story. That seems so much more fitting than Earth, to which he narratively, outside of being a dragon, really doesn't connect to. Hey there, Mr. Kylus. I'm Lena from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Here to touch base with you. Haven't actually met before since I've only been communicating with the first mate of the Radiant Feldspar up till now. Wrong till? Yes, I'll point that out every time. You remember that arcade game, Origami Bird Clash, with the collectible items? One Tina from the Iris family was running, with all the tweet. Origami Bird. Hey, little birdie. Right, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Aren't you the one who mentioned these birds? Let me cut to the chase for the sake of time. The IPC is invested in Origami Bird Clash. It is planning to launch this Penacony-inspired arcade sensation across the cosmos. The game launching soon, the IPC will set up the original arcade store on your property. Radiant Feldspar, since you're both a Penacony shareholder and beta testing partner. Don't worry, it'll be completely under your ownership. Sweet, free arcade cabinet. Do your 5 free Moonlight summons today? I did. See, my plan was, like, I did wait a minute to do it to see if Ras was on loop yet. He wasn't, so I decided to just... He wasn't on the summon yet. If he had been, I would have saved them to do them on screen. But I'll definitely be doing all those, like I remember. I even filled out all the dailies for the thing. It's funny, the last time that happened was when I started the game. Need to worry about any expenses or management headaches. Show up, play some games, collect your earnings while chilling out. Let's not waste another second. Try out the new content. Third operator cigarette from them today. I got someone, I don't remember who. I got some... Actually, did I get a 4 or 5 star? Dual, generating a bomb via elimination or swapping 2 super fruits, gain extra moves. Okay. Yeah, I remember how to play. Pinpoint precision. Clearly a veteran. Yep. Jump right in, experience the new update. Let's do it. Let's play some goddamn Bejeweled. You're missing like half the ML5s too. You probably got more than I did. Admittedly, I did get some new 3-star of the... Like, some new 3 stars, I should say. 2 times per turn. 2 sides will switch once the move's been used up. Clear fruits to increase the bird's combat power. Match ends after 4 turns. One with higher combat power emerges as the winner. Elimination reward mechanic in duo duels. 4 more identical fruits are connected, generate bomb, gain extra moves. Yep. Most of your are niche ones, or ones that straight up don't have a use right now. Yeah. Oh, always try to do those. Opponent turn. Oh, I was supposed to be getting those, probably. Yep, I didn't leave her any force to do. Shucks to be you. The new feature in the tutorial is battle items. Ooh. Battle items have different effects. Hey, Bathwater. I beat the story part already, so you're late. But it's fine. An item will not consume a move. However, each time item has a limited number of uses per fight. Turn fruits into square bombs. Spawning, trigger a 3x3 AoE. You're sorry? I forgive you. For now. Do that to not use a turn. Not use a turn. Explode. Explosion. Extra move. Plenty of detonations. Any... Work is just very demanding? Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not actually mad, Bathwater. Do whatever you gotta do. I make it to jokes, but, take care of yourself. Your turn, opponent. You're not great at this, but you are doing things. Okay, that could be bad. Okay, she's popping off by just getting all of those. Okay, this is supremely unfair. Opening 2 fruit bombs to trigger a combo elimination. Yeah, I'd fucking noticed. 2 fruit bombs are swapped. Explosive power will greatly enhance compared to 1 bomb. Reset the number of uses for your item. Try enhanced use for your spicy bombs. Okay, it turns them all into bombs. Yeah, I saw. She demonstrated that very bullshittily. Keep in mind, this is only the pre-anniversary event. Actual anniversary event starts in August. Pretty exciting, considering they're already as good as the 6th anniversary events. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There we go, your turn. That was just foolish. Final turn. Your move. Can't say I fully understand that play, but do you? Turn end. Yeah, I think I won. You got one absurd turn, but all of mine were absurd instead. Still my turn. Contract has been sealed. Thank you, Tweet. Jade. Celebrate our grand opening, Lady Bona Jade has graciously granted our original store the right to use the Jade Bird. Anyone who visits the Radiant Feldspar gets to experience it for free. Amazing, right? Yeah, kinda. You get this arcade up and running ASAP. Can't keep the customers waiting. After all this talk, we haven't even opened yet? Been waiting for you to do the ribbon-cutting ceremony. Now that you're here, perfect timing. Let's open immediately. Yeah, I cut space-time to come here. Just enjoy some games while you wait. Dreamweaver engineering team is starting construction as we speak. Instruction finished in record time. Time you entered the matchmaking screen, everything was already done. Boss, what do you think? Pretty bare bones for an original store. Thought it captured by the Radiant Feldspar flavor. Only then could folks realize they're in the Radiant Feldspar. Fuck does that mean? Alright, we're gonna open for business. Kyla, save me! Origami bird. Hey, little birdie. Stop tweeting! It's a full-blown emergency! Lives are on the line! Tweet! No time to explain. Arcade machine is yours, right? Quick, let me squeeze in a couple rounds and we're toast. The great Ching play the arcade machine right away. Jingwei? Today, I'm the boss. Jingwei seems to be in a hurry as well, so let's start. Since Miss Jingwei is still new, let me play around with you first. Hey. Hope you have a good time. Battle item Shattering Hammer. Any one fruit or obstacle to eliminate. 2 per battle. Use Jade Bird or Trail Birder. Whip Spicy Bomb. If your bird's combat power exceeds your opponent by 20 or more. Let's see. Every 5 blueberries eliminated, trigger a 3x3 detonation in the middle of the board. 5 kiwis eliminated, 2 2x2s. This is technically better. In theory. Tile Gamer forever. Treasure chests are present on the board at the start of the game. Eliminating adjacent fruits will gradually unlock until it opens. I mean, this is just the correct move. Well done, Miss Jingwei. Yep. Well done. Ally turn. You made a big mistake. But a fantastic maneuver. Yeah, I'm pretty great like that, aren't I? Yeah, there just weren't a lot of 4s I could take. She's got plenty, though. Use items wisely, Miss Jingwei. I don't know why you would do that one. Seems smarter to set that up to give you an extra turn instead. Let me think here. There for sure. Nah, I'm fine. I didn't fuck it up. It's everyone except me who fucked it up. There we go, your move. Okay, lots of extra moves. That's gonna be another one. Let me see. Yeah, I see that you still have a turn. That was just foolish. Love this event. I mean, it does just feel like complete and utter bullcrap. Am I gonna win here? I don't know. My opponent's just been taking turns the entire game. Like, literally, she is gonna take so many more turns if she's even slightly smart. And so it doesn't feel like I can win. Like, the game's actually setting it up so I can't win here. Like, look at this crap. How many turns is she's still going? Final turn. Yeah, I'd fucking noticed. Sink, sink, sink. Yeah, that's pretty good. Looking. And none of these are 4s, so... Okay, it blew up one of my 4s before I could do it, so that's a little fucking annoying. Oh, cool, it spawned a 4 in for her, right then and there. Is the game literally cheating to give her more turns? Is the only explanation for how much more luck she's getting in these. Okay, she was... Okay, I don't know what the fuck that was. I was winning by miles, and then she just gets 40 turns in a row. That was way closer than it should have been. Shattering Hammer. I'm but a little birdie. Lucky. Imitation. Of course, not the real one. Jade Bird or Firefly? Shattering Hammer. Firefly. 7 bananas. Randomly trigger cross-shaped detonation on the board. And a hammer. Anyway, thanks. You weren't even born. Ice blocks are present on the board at the start of the game. Eliminate adjacent flute will destroy it. Right. Yeah, not a whole lot of opportunities there. Extra turn. Very low stakes game here. This how you gonna deal with it? I don't know what you... Okay, you just reset the entire board. And then did the wrong move. Not gonna pretend to know why you did that. So many extra moves. I'm gonna do this to detonate. Bring out the trump card. Time to try. Alright, he's getting extra moves again. Okay, Okay, he just started playing wrong for some reason. What wasn't fair? Can't say I know what the fuck he's talking about. Oh, good. It's set up for him to have a... Yeah, like that. Turn end. Alright. Got a rookie player who's monstrously strong. Unlocked a new battle item. Reset cube. Just resets to... Oh, it specifically does it to a more beneficial position. Tweet toolbox, enhance your combat items, tweet. Isn't that kind of an unfair advantage? Hey, by a hair. Talk about cutting it close. And goodness for my incredible luck. You helped too, of course. Yes, my bro helped me. Something surely evil is happening in Penacony. Something evil is always happening in Penacony. Also, how are you here? 4-foot hole come back to haunt you? No way. Let's not dig up that nightmare. Brand new nightmare, thank you very much. All this needing help, but you're just playing a video game. I know. To normal people, I probably don't look like I'm in mortal danger, just addicted to this game. You didn't correct it. What exactly is this evil? Folks, meet my new best friend, whom I got to know in Penacony, the Ghost Bird. Tweet. About to be cursed by this Ghost Bird. Family ensures Penacony's dreamscape is 100% safe, Miss Jinquei. What exactly is this curse you're talking about? The dreaded no game, no life curse. I've never seen that one. I heard it was good. What's that supposed to mean? Literally what it sounds like. Stop playing and I die on the spot in Penacony. Simple as that. Long story short, this Ghost Bird decided we're friends now, whether I like it or not. Basically, I'm cursed and this feathery little menace is the one who cast it. What? Tweet. No game, no life? Yeah, I've never seen it. Here innocent tweets now, but what's really saying is, play with me or die. I'll suck your soul out like a kitchen exhaust fan on full blast. You know that's a myth, right? A lot of information packed into just tweet. Penacony is totally, absolutely safe. There's definitely not a Grail War brewing here. Promise. By that, if I hadn't been kidnapped by the 4-foot hole that time, thank you very much. I got you to admit it. Here's the real reason. Waking up in the hotel in reality won't break the Ghost Bird's curse. Tweet. You're innocent tweets now, but saying you'll never escape me, so keep playing if you value your life. Guess we better do exactly what the bird wants. Great, we just had the grand opening and now there's an unlucky curse. There's such thing as a lucky curse anywhere in the cosmos. It's lucky it's called a blessing, genius. He's got you there, Trailblazer. You liked it? Or loved it? Yeah, I don't know. Ghostbird cursed me, now I've cursed you. Bro, we're gonna go down together. Tweet. Appreciate that, Ghostbird. Maybe don't say, see, we're in the same profession when talking about people you've cursed. Chill out, that's what arcades are for. Any idea how to break this curse, Jinquei? Want me to call the Master Diviner? Absolutely not. She thinks I'm having a nice relaxing time on Xianqiu Yaoqing. Why aren't you? I know people in Penacony now. I've already texted them for help. My cavalry's on the way. Talk about perfect timing, Miss Jinquei. I'm gonna set up this arcade for everyone to enjoy, which solves your emergency perfectly. Perfect. I knew my guy Kylus wouldn't leave me hanging. Sorry to cut in, but are these two individuals the cavalry you're referring to, Miss Jinquei? Holy forkin' shirt balls. Can we just begin already? What's with all the yapping? You're gonna summon Lancer. He's gonna die. Just accept it. It happens to him every time. If he doesn't, it'll be actually even funnier. Miss Jinquei, friend, good to see you both. No time for small talk. Let's start working on the rescue right away. Thanks, Argenti. Didn't have a lot of time back then. Allow me to introduce to you again, Miss Jinquei. Lancer, hardly know her. You do that a lot, Bathwater. Reputation, rank system, and arcade store. Accumulate rep. More new functions become available the higher rep rank. Item enhancement has been unlocked. Tweet Toolbox can be gained by completing the challenge goal or increasing rep rank in arcade matches. If we're barely tolerating you, it's not barely. It's just tolerating you. There's no barely about it. Is he a Lancer if he uses spears? Because Lancer sounds better than Spearer. You know? That's genuinely the only reason. Oh, you are the Germany to my rapidly collapsing Austro-Hungarian Empire. Pole armor. Yeah, see, it just doesn't have the same ring to it. No worries, no woes. Curse of the Fiend Bird. Ah, fork. Battle item peace button. Detonate all line bombs and square bombs on the board. Fucking course. Trailbirder or Silbird Wolf. Every 7 blueberries randomly transforms a fruit on the board into a super bomb. Swapping super bombs and adjacent fruits can eliminate all fruits of the same type on the board. Yeah, super bombs. Reset Cube or Shattering Hammer. It's Reset Cube. I didn't end up using Shattering Hammer at all. For its combat power, exceed your opponent by 30 or more when achieving victory. Oh, reminds me. Who do you think's, if you're at all kept up on JP, who do you think's gonna be the Grand Lancer for the Grand Battle? I really can't imagine they're gonna do Romulus Quirinius, just cause... like... who cares? They picked Musashi for Saber because people like Musashi. Pick the obvious Hercules for Berserker because people like Hercules. Romulus Quirinius is just... people are kind of neutral towards him, so I feel like they have to pick someone else, you know? Like, honestly, I feel like they'd more pick Ku. There we go. Early polls shows people are picking Ku for their own thing, for like their personal one too, so. Damn it, that last one right at the end got me. That still counted for an extra move. Extra moves. Extra moves. Yeah, that'll do something. Bonus turn. It's kind of a double-edged sword to give them access to all these, because we share the board. Oh no, this here? He sure sets up bombs. Yeah, you got that. That was his last turn. Sucks to be you. Reconfigure. Make it stronger. Better. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh dear. My lead's about to disappear, I can tell. It's still there, but fucking barely. Extra move. Extra move. Extra move. Alright. He's about to get a bunch of turns. Final turn. Okay. Extra. Who's the only Lancer you're fond of, so you think who would be very neat? Yeah, giving him a new outfit would be cool. I mean, they picked my pick for, Grand Berserker. Berserker is the strongest in the world. That's how I do. Okay, I've set him up for brilliance here. So many extra turns he's about to get. I'm going to lose this if he's even slightly smart. He's not. Barely won what should have been a sure thing. Locked a new battle item, the peace button. Of course. No worries, no woes. Argenti. Battle item, Gig Arm. Use Marchbird or Rawbird. Peace button or Spicy Bomb. And win by more than 30. Swap any two adjacent fruits. Ah. Let's see. Rob, 7 peaches. Randomly transform 4 fruits on the board to square bombs. 6 strawberries, 4 fruits into line bombs. Oh, almost forgot, actually. I could see them trying to go for Enkidu. Like, giving him a really... Them? Yeah, them. Giving them a very, very... strange alternate form while making them the Grand Lancer could be pretty interesting. Because I feel like there's a lot to do with Enkidu's design. Like, on that side of production. The beauty is universal. Sealed bombs are present on the board at the start of the game. Eliminate adjacent fruits and perform a match 3 to dispel the seal. Or just do this. A way to set that up as a 4, huh? And he's got some setups. Be careful, about to use my item. And do... Yeah, you got an extra turn out of it. Extra turn. Extra turn. That was splendid. Thank you. Extra turn. Alright, you're up. Can you handle this strike? As I use an item to get an extra turn. So yeah, that's pretty basic, but it works really well. Just switch two things for free. My turn. Don't see any potential for extra moves here. Oh, you can just knock bombs together and blow them up. Yeah, your turn. You set up better than I was there. Final turn. That sets me up to do that. And this. This should do something. It kinda did. Don't fuck me on this one, game. You're doing it a little bit already, and I don't appreciate that, but, yeah, you really are. Alright, that was the last turn. I win. Boom! Bam! I'm somewhat inferior to you, Miss Jinquei. Alright. No worries, no woes. Rank 3. Enemies take a detour. 2 types of items during the prep phase of the match, tweet. Fudge me sideways. We can't actually solve the curse by playing this game. Mind your language, Boothill. What the fudge are you talking about? When have I ever sweared? He's got you there, Argenti. He literally doesn't. Trying to be fudging ironic. As far as I can tell, our games with Miss Jinquei are just keeping her alive, not solving the problem. So sorry to drag you all into this. My apologies, Miss Jinquei. Neither Boothill nor I specialize in exorcism. There's only so much we can do. Thankfully, praise Adrilla the Beauty, who made friends with plenty of skilled heroes who are headed here now. One of them must know how to help. You can really tell who the fan-favorite characters are. These two, because they keep showing up everywhere. In these side events. Enough screw-baboo. Spill it, Xianzhou kid. How'd you get yourself cursed? Ever heard of the Penacony Top 100 Mysteries? It's an origami bird urban legend on that list. Penacony places way too many mysteries. You think that's a lot? They refresh the top 100 mysteries list every single year. Enough, you muddle fudger. Stop making this so complex. Hey, Bird, you understand what I'm saying, don't you? Tweet, tweet. You like games, right? Let's have another match. If you win, you can have my soul. I win, get the fudge out of here and leave us alone. Wait, Boothill, breaking a curse isn't that simple. I know you're trying the Yu-Gi-Oh method, but I don't think that's how it works here. Got the shirt ball, you son of a bench, yes or no? Tweet. Saying I can't turn down a game. Yeah, the horse feathers can try. I love how the Trailblazer just instantly decides, yep, I'm talking like that too whenever Boothill's around. Now bring 2 items. Yeah, worry about that in a minute. Oh, I can't upgrade right now. Tell you what, it's a pretty basic plot, and not a lot to watch. I think I'll probably do... what'll I do Thursday? I'm not sure, but I think I'll come... Instead of normally Gacha Thursday, I'll do Gacha on Friday, so we can play the new Fate collab for it. Which I've been looking forward to since they announced it. And, I do like you, Finon. I think you're very neat. How many could I get? I could get 235. I think 200 is the minimum you need to make absolutely sure you get a character. So I could have 76 attempts to try to get Finon. He's really strong, and I do like him, but do I like him that much is the question, to actually roll for him. Like, I'm gonna get Fate Gift when this switches over. But to Evermore Burn is the sun. I honestly don't know. I know he's supposed to be, like, new meta, but I have the Herda, and I feel like she's not slowing down on that. Like, my opinion on meta is, if I'm doing good enough, I don't feel the need. But I think we're gonna call it here. I'm gonna stop the recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. If you didn't come, you don't get thank you. Well, bye, YouTube.